Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about power chords and how to play them. We're going to begin with what power chords are. The lick or the riff that I was playing right before this was the introductory rhythmic sequence to Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet. Very famous song, and it revolves around power chords for the most part of the song. Now, what is a power chord? A power chord, for in layman's terms, completely, is basically a root note on the sixth string or the topmost string. Okay, any note on the fretboard, and if we drop a string beneath that, and we come three frets ahead of that note. So, example, we're looking at the root note being the F note on the sixth string or the first fret of the sixth string or the low E string. We drop one fret beneath that, which becomes the first fret on the A string. We come two frets ahead of that, so 1, 2, 3. All right, and that's a C note. So F and C together. All right, F on the sixth string and C on the A string or the fifth string. So that's the basic power chord. To this, if we add the third fret on the fourth string, all right, or basically the fret under the second note that we've decided to pin down, that becomes an octave. And by an octave, I mean an octave to the root note. So if this is F, the third fret on the D string is also an F. I have talked about this in a few of my videos before that on the pentatonic scale. If you're getting into rock guitar, then I feel like that video is going to benefit you also a lot. Periodically over the next 20 seconds, you're going to see two videos pop up on the left and the right for the E minor pentatonic scale, and maybe one on the G major pentatonic scale. Please do check those videos out. That being said, let's come back to power chord. Sorry about that, guys. There was a power cut in my place. But now we're back, we're up and running. So let's get back to the power chords. So if you could see there, I was holding one shape and I was just moving that up the board, right? And this will be a lot easier for you if you check out some songs in which this happens a lot. So a few examples of that would be "Smells Like Teen Spirit," which could be something like this. And this song will also particularly introduce you to the same power chord shape that starts on the fifth string. Instead of starting up as the root note being on the sixth string, it also can start one fret below that, and your little finger and your ring finger also just drop down by one fret. So it's the same shape, but it just begins on the fifth string or the A string. And these chords are lots of fun to play, and what will really aid you with is your right hand technique and understanding rock guitar rhythm, hard rock guitar rhythm. A lot of very reputed, well-known bands use power chords a lot. It's almost a staple. White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. You want to learn that song? It's just power chords moving up and down the board. It's the same shape. And Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet? Another great example. It's pretty much such a cool riff, but it's actually quite simple once you know how to play a power chord. And that's pretty. If you know that, you can just repeat it on itself, play it at different times. That little bending lick that comes in the middle, that's probably the hardest part of the entire song. So these are great places to get started with power chords. In terms of position, I would say that put your thumb fairly behind the board, because see, when you're playing notes that begin so high up in the fretboard, in terms of focusing on the top three strings on your way down, so the sixth string, the fifth string, and the fourth string, or E, A, and D strings, you want your thumb is not going to be able to support the chord very well if it's up here. But at the same time, if you put it behind the board, so I just want to show you what's happening to my wrist, especially for someone who's just chanced upon this video and doesn't follow my channel regularly. So now what happens is the thumbs up here. If you can see my wrist, it's almost to the side of where the chord is actually being held. But if I bring that thumb down behind, my wrist comes from behind the board up here, it comes to down here. And what that allows the rest of my fingers to do is, if you can see right now, they're flat when my wrist is behind here. But if I bring it forward, the last digit of my finger starts pointing towards the strings or making an imaginary line through the board behind me. And that creates a lot of downward pressure on the string, which means that there's going to be no buzzing sound. And last tip, if you want to play a power chord with open strings, it's the same principle, except we're going to imagine that our first fret goes behind the nut, which becomes an open string. And we're going to put our second finger over here on the second fret of the A string, which would be fret, imaginary fret 1, 2, and 3. And you can add your middle finger or even your little finger up here to create a little melody when it comes to riffing out and playing rock guitar. So that's pretty much all in all when it comes to power chords, and that's my piece on it. I wanted to make this a short video because I know the last two videos have been a little heavy from my side. So I thought I'd throw in something fun, something easy to learn, and this can be like a bonus. Sorry about that. A bonus motivation round of lessons that can keep you going on your guitar journey. If you like this video, please do let me know in the comments below. Smash the like button, and please do subscribe to my channel if you thought there was knowledge in here that's going to help you out in your guitar journey. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your time.